Are we here? Are we there? We'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alrighty. Cool. We're good here. We're good there. The camera works. Hello and welcome. My name's Kevin. This is Dude for Brewster here in Crusader Kings 3. Once more with you all for another lovely day of Dar al-Islam. A hegemon that literally makes me want to gouge my fucking... Welcome in, Christoph. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. Lovely to see you once more. Hopefully this is the last day we're doing at least Dar al-Islam. We got more hegemons on the horizon, but we'll probably take a little bit of a break between that and this, because this has been a doozy. We're 119 years in the game. We are how many characters into it? We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. We've had, I mean, this character is not dead yet, but he might get murdered like his forebears. We've had 3 assassinations occur within our lifetime. So hopefully that doesn't occur with our boy, Sunfish, the Prince of Ashen, because that would be most unfortunate. We've been staving off rebellious people because we have the wrong faith, because we are not a follower of Ashar. We are a follower of Al-Muad, which is, I don't know, the differences between the religion. Probably should have read that up. A reformed branch of Sunni Islam that organized within the Berber tribes in North Africa, Al-Muad movement, saw themselves Unitarians and preached a doctrine of purified monotheism, which is great. Great stuff for them. Insane Marcus, welcome in. How you doing? But yeah, if you haven't yet, it'd be so nice if you check out our I Knew Revenge video we made last week. Hopefully you guys have seen it. If you haven't, please go check it out. Anything else that we got going on the channel? I don't know. It's almost December, so I don't know what that means, but maybe something to you all. Some people get really excited for the holiday season. I'm just like, it's not like the biggest thing for me. But I hope you guys are excited for today's stream, for me to hopefully not crash out like I was yesterday. There was a significant amount of crashing out occurring, like a significant amount. So why don't we, without further ado, just jump right into this shit show and get ourselves going and seeing what's going on. All right, so we're the Arabian Empire. Let us look at what we're required. Christoph, thank you for the 3-stream streak. Damn, can that be a tongue twister? 3-stream streak, 3-stream streak, 3-stream streak, 3-stream streak. We are in charge. I'm surprised. I'm gonna say it out loud and probably regret that I'm saying this out loud. I'm surprised we haven't got a crusade called on us. Not sure if the Catholics just don't have the fervor. It looks like they don't have the fervor. That's probably what's been happening there. But as for our Establish the Dar al-Islam, we are missing the Exalted Among Men, religious icon. And we are shy on some of the North African requirements, the Arabian requirements, and the territorial requirements. So hopefully 2-3 hours of streaming, and then we're done with this hegemon and put to bed. As for the rest of the map, the Yang hegemon is running. The Lu are in charge of the Song dynasty, or the Chinese Empire, Imperial Empire. Oprids are big and strong and orthodox now. England has taken huge bites out of France, which is interesting. Looks like there's a Yukonusco person in Normandy for some reason. Lotharingia is one of the last Carling strongholds in Europe. Everybody else has fallen, it seems like. Alba is fighting off the English as well. Iceland is kind of being a dick, it seems like. Sweden has switched from Catholics. I feel like Asatru is gone. Slovaskin is pretty much gone. Yugonusco is the only last breathing people, but we'll see. Do you have a historical mod on? Nope. Step, we have no mods other than probably more game rules and the one that is barbershop. So we just can look at our characters more in-depthly and like take a little photos of them. Just get right in there and see their faces. Why the Dawkins in Carpathia? I have no clue. I have no clue what Europe's doing. As usual, I've just been in North Africa doing and Arabia area, just trying to conquer as much land here. We're in a bit of debt. That's probably because I just did a bunch of stuff where I needed to pay for money. We can imprison some people. That's not important. Let's see. Let's get our advisor finding. Can we? No, we can't yet. I was wondering if we could get secrets from another empire, but for now, do you think Carpathia has more people now, or than the Byzantines? But the Byzantine people have more. They're kind of. Why don't we switch it up and see what Carpathia has got going on secret-wise, and maybe we can use them. But yes, Bohemia is a thing. Poland has switched from being a. I think they were Slovaskan, and then they finally became Catholic, which, you know, it's sad to see, but it's the truth. So let's have the clock run a little bit, get ourselves out of a little bit of debt here. It's going to take a couple months. We're working on an oath that is being done. Looks like this earthquake has been recovered. This river had a natural disaster. Where's this river? Show me the river. Oh, okay. Up here. I don't give a shit. As usual, I don't care. I'm sorry. Just like how you can lose track of dynastic titles, would like for them to fix that. This like how you could lose track of dynasties and titles. I would like for them to fix that. Explain that a little bit more to me. I'm unsure of what you're trying to say. Let's try to get this guy invited to court because he's got 43 prowess, and having a big, strong, strapping gentleman at court is always good. Ooh. Blackmail this guy. Do you have any money? Got 91 gold that you may or may not want to give to me. Well, guess you're not getting it to me. Why don't you form a cadet branch? I don't know. Because I think it's funny being a Carling and owning the Arabian Empire. I don't know. Maybe we'll eventually switch over. But for now, I think it's fine. We're making oodles and boodles of cash thanks to our vassals being taxed more. That is good. Effective assembly. What does this do for 10 years? Building and constructions come down. Civil oversight. Increasing development. You were looking at Poland and you said they've changed their primary title or something like that. You ever notice how some big dynasties get deposed, overthrown, and you can't make sense of it? I mean, I could make sense of it easily. You go title history and you say they switched from this character to that character and he became Catholic and now they're Catholic. I don't know. Maybe there's another example you can give me that I can grok better. I'm not giving her that title. I'm not giving her that title, and I'm not giving you any titles. So sorry. 75 gold for a random baron, or in where is this? Avsar. They want us to give a random county. Sure, he can take 250 gold and build something there. Is it to me he's paying? Pays to you, gains this, makes a city there. You will be unable to revoke it for 25 years. Don't care. Watch, that becomes like a major pain point. Ooh, is this a battle to the death? Did not click that intentionally. Well, we'll find out. Nope, just a simple battle. Great. All right, we got 195 gold. We should probably, we need to get our things up a little bit more. This kid wants to be the Prince of Fashion too? Sure. Everybody can be the Prince of Fashion in nowadays Arabia. We should probably go on a pilgrimage, seeing as we haven't done one yet. We need 536 gold to do that. That's quite a bit of gold, to be honest. We need this one little county back. We can force vassalize them. How about instead we... What are these tournaments that are happening? This one's in up here, and we're probably not going to make it in time. And this one's over here, and we cannot make it in time. No, the game really doesn't want you to be in debt. It almost feels like there's a, that's a huge murder secret. I love that. It almost feels like there's a mechanic that is working behind the scenes that says, like, if player in debt, then bail him out or bail them out. It seems to happen a lot where you just get easy cash events all the time. Where else do we need to be converting here? Did you convert? We did convert you, but did we convert your vassals? You did, and you did, which is good. All right, so now that guy has rejoined our court. Maybe we can activate. I was trying to reactivate Fars of Vengeance. Let's go ahead and destroy it. We want a Blade Master guy. Maybe not. Where is that guy? He's already a thing. Can he not be? Let's demand his conversion and then see if we can make him into a... I don't understand why we can't make him a acolyte for whatever reason. I think because it's easy probably to get into a debt spiral and they just don't want you to like crash out over that. Let's go ahead and adopt a puppy. And then first thing we're going to do once we have that dog named Andy, let's call it Andy the 8th, I think, or 9th. I don't remember which one we're on, but let's give him a little pet. Reduce our stress a little bit. Crash out and quit the game, exactly. Okay. Sure. No, this guy I was sleeping with his wife. That's why he didn't like me. So that makes sense. Why can't I make him into this guy into a, is it because he's slated for a succession role here? I don't know. That's not it though. Whatever. It does not happen. It does not happen. Should we go ahead? No, I think first things first, we do the pilgrimage. The pilgrimage is much more important because at the end of the day, that's going to give us, started giving us even more ticking piety. We have a dangerous faction forming. It's probably people who are mad that I've converted them away from their current faith. Yeah. A lot of that going on where I've converted a lot of the lands to a different faith. Okay, he's grown stronger, which is good. We have a second in line to inherit who's very strong and good. I just started the game. I'm struggling. Well, that's pretty standard. What is your biggest struggle about? I keep trying to get overthrown. People keep trying to overthrow you. Is that what you're saying? So when it comes to factions, when it's like a independence faction like this, the main thing you really need to do is just improve your opinion with people. If they have an 80 opinion of you, there's a much likely chance that they will not join a faction against you. There are other ways that they can join, like they can be forced to join, but in general, all you have to do is make them happy via a number of ways, like sending them gifts, hosting a feast where their opinions are increased. Like I have a culture acceptance issue. Having your prestige pretty high gives you, so all your secular people like you more. I got to be king now. My vassals are making factions against me. Yeah, because they just don't like you having so much authority over them. That's pretty much what's happening there. I would say what you can do is try to get the guys, so like the top faction members. For example, in this faction, we have 2 members. This guy is the stronger of the 2, and it's better to get him on side because he has way more troops than, say, this guy who only has 396. So if you want to, like, You could go and send them a gift. Obviously, this is dependent on a skill, and it wouldn't be that high for you, but you can start swaying them. You could also arrange a marriage. Anytime somebody's married to your family, they become an ally, and an ally cannot become a faction against you. So yeah, hopefully that helps. It's just like, this game is all about how big is your your army, and how well can you keep people liking you. That's all what it's all about. Let's station these bad boys. And can we up these? Yeah, we can. And not, oh, damn it, I keep doing this, Kevin. This is what happens every game. I have a plan with my money, and then I immediately find something else to do with my money, and I'm just like, just kidding. Every loses 40% of you. Every tax assigned to this person lives. No, 150 gold is not worth losing that much money. We got another stewardship point. Let's do this one. So now we're getting a little bit more gold. We can extort our subjects. This is actually perfect timing. And we will do the one that gives us the most money. All right, now we have enough to go on a pilgrimage. Since they added the option to be an adventurer, wouldn't it make more sense to push you into poverty and landlessness as well? I honestly think part of the game, Silver, thank you very much for the hydration reminder. I honestly think part of the game to have losses too. Yeah, I mean, you will experience loss, and it will cause you headaches, but I don't think the game really wants to push you into landlessness, because if anything, it wants to push you out of landlessness more often, from my experience. Let's go visit the sites of my forebears' victory, where the two sides in Naku, one led by Sultan Rotrid, my great-great-great-grandmother, or great-great-grandmother, I think. Just two greats. Give us some martial skill and some travel. We can go visit a site of her great victory over some dummies. And then we can go up here and hit all those spots. And that should be it. It's going to take almost 2 years. Why don't we hire some guards to make it go a little faster? And how good are you at your job? He's excellent, so I don't know why it's taking so long, but here we go. Football! What does that mean? American or international? This CK3, it is indeed. Bad omen for 20 years. That's not good. Stress increased significantly. Can't be having stressy boys. Football! The Carling House is almost able to do another point in some stuff, which is good. Fez has finally finished the building of whatever it was there. That's good as well. Is there anything else that we can control, upgrade? Maybe a couple of the buildings that are in our buildings. Got any mods recommendations? I recommend, when it comes to total conversion mods, like mods that are outside of the normal like game, like convert the map completely. Elder Kings is pretty fun. I haven't played it in a bit, but I've enjoyed my time with it. I would also say Prince of Darkness. If you haven't tried Prince of Darkness and want a little bit more of a fantasy element of this game, you should definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a gander. Yeah. I would say the other one the ones I always use is More Game Rules, which allows you to just change up certain things within the game settings. Like, for example, you can shatter the world if you want to. I think that's a kind of a fun playthrough if you've never done that, where every county starts out independent and there's no kingdoms or anything like that yet created. You can also like do random starts, and then also making the AI way more aggressive. Also, you can change your limits on certain things. But That's just my preferences. I haven't played Fallen Eagle in a bit, but people still really like that one. I don't really like the Game of Thrones mod. I feel like it's pacing wise, it's a little too slow for my liking. But I know a lot of people do like Game of Thrones content in general. So definitely worth checking out those at least. Obviously, there's probably plenty of other creators on here who have said what they are better or think is better or prefer. Yeah, no problem. Our daughter has come of age. Who is this? Oh, it's the whatever kid. We have yet to marry this daughter off. Let's do some of skills. I guess we'll find her a nice genius 64-year-old man. That's a little too old for her. I don't know if she needs to be having relations with a 64-year-old man. Ninja, welcome in. How you doing? Hope your day is going well. I don't know why my Twitch chat isn't showing up in our... So on my left screen, I have a bunch of things going on, obviously, but I have two different chats because sometimes certain chats don't show up in the main system I use, which is annoying. I need to figure out why that's not happening. It used to be working just fine, and must have been something I messed with. You're doing fine. That's good to hear. So now we're a paragon of virtue, but we need to become a religious icon. An icon. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Andy is a good boy. The video game version of my dog and the real version of my dog. Both very good boys. You want freedom? Damn, that's a big lad. I can manage things from here. Okay. So we got a rebellion that was inevitable. Let's see where these peasants are uprising. I think we can easily pop in, take them out, not worry about it too much. Unfortunately, it looks like our people are being used by this. Who is using you? Yeah, well, that's fine. So we're gonna have to raise up our real troops. Let's do this one. And how long is it going to take to raise our troops? 6 months. God damn. Question, what culture are you? Bedouin? Mashriq? Persian culture? Custom culture? Somehow Andalusian? You're going to hate what I'm about to show you, chat. But we are a custom hybrid culture between French and Bearnese. It is called a Bruce, after the cat. We are a Carling family member. We should have kept African tolerance. Now that I think about it, we have yet to even use this. Family, like, I don't think there's a single family member that we've had. We've not lived long enough to use that. Turk. What the fuck? Yes, what the fuck indeed. Yeah, we gained reckless, which is good, I guess. Now we can force our children to become reckless like us. Oh, they've already also gained recklessness. Have you also gained recklessness? Yes, you have. Interesting. All the children are reckless. Feckless and reckless, that's what they are. Don't mind me and how we are. Okay, we lost a tax person. We probably need to get another tax guy in here. Having a little bit more tax. So are you playing as IRL French? So you're playing as IRL French. Technically, no. Because we are a mixture of some random culture in North Africa. I guess we're more Moroccan cultured, I would say now. Let's do we even have republics? That's the question. Let's do tax efficiency goes up. Oh shit, I forgot we were fighting a war. You ever get so caught up in a crusade, not a crusade, a pilgrimage that you forgot that you're in the middle of a major conflict with some rebels? That's on me, chat. I don't want to pay that much money. How much money we got on us? 749. I mean, here you go. I'm not gonna pay that much money. Fucking stack wiped. Do you see these filthy peasants? Filthy. Look at these filthy peasants. 74 kills. My knights came in here and just carved 260 dudes. Imagine 11 dudes on the battlefield just swinging their swords so aggressively that they're killed 260 dudes. It's like the tales from Normandy Beach where the Germans are having such like a visceral reaction of mowing down hundreds of men, thousands of men, and all these dudes are doing 11 dudes are killing 260 people. Imagine that. It's just such a gruesome sight. At the end of that battle, your sword is pretty much just done. A total kill count, this guy that we just recruited, 45 people. It's insane. All right, good job. Good job on that. Let us go and ransom this guy home, and let us go and revoke this guy's title. I don't care for your titles anymore. We cannot revoke it because it's under siege. What is under siege? Shave it all off. Technically, all your direct city vassals are republics. I mean, you are correct. That is good comms. Let's do this guy. And we're going to force these guys to be zakat. We've done our Mecca business. We're halfway to religious icon, which is actually huge. Wait. Did that guy that we had in prison, did he already lose that title? I'm losing my marbles, chat. It's this guy, unrelated. Now can I revoke your titles? What land is this? It's over here. It's because it's in the midst of a civil war against their own people. Can I tell you to stop? Maybe I'll just negotiate his release, demand his conversion, and gain a weak hook on him. That will be good enough. Banish this dude. This guy hates my guts for putting him in prison. Okay, we're headed back from that event. Are you dead yet? You are dead, so I may now conquer you with a claim. You're in jail. That's not good for you. Let's use the claim that we have of this guy. Should we have two kings, or should we use the king that we already have in place here? He does not have a claim anymore. I see. So we'll use the claim that we have. We have this guy we can empower. He's 49 years fun. So silly. Crusader Kings 2? Damn. We're going all the way back. I remember the first Muslim Republic only. It didn't exist for a long time, and surprisingly, it wasn't crusaded. We could make this count in charge, but he's not the right faith. Is this guy the right faith? He is. Let's do it. They no longer have their allies, and I would like to get after them. We'll put our troops here. We're going to go raise up, and then let's see if we can hire our holy order. We cannot get ours because they're currently being used, but I don't care. Can I get another one? Or no, only one holy order at a time. All right, so their capital is here. He is currently in jail, which works out kind of well for us. Do we have all our units? No, it's just all our levies. I should have raised not our units, but our men at arms and such. All right. Of course, the ones we really want are at the end. Let's have our more impressive and impressive units go here. The other, these guys, just, I'm gonna force you to go start sieging their capital. Looks like our wife and lover has had a child. No, you go here. No, go here. I didn't realize we can impassable. And then you, let's see what lands they personally hold. Damn. Okay, everybody go around the block. Chase them down. We lost a member of our council. We lost our Imad, and we lost our spy master, which is unfortunate. Have that being converted. Are you not the right faith? No, you are, but you just for some reason haven't converted Lance. How do you decide which men at arms are best for your army? It really depends on like a lot of things. Cost is really what it comes down to for me, because at the end of the day, levies are, when it comes to like, you can see how tough your units are. So damage and toughness is important. So all your levies are pretty much the most expensive and they do not that much damage. Whereas like a heavy unit like this is a lot tougher, plus it's been stationed, so it has more bonuses like that. I like to have it always a heavy infantry and some sort of bowman, and then sometimes cavalry. I'm not such a cavalry guy. Depends on where you're fighting and what you're doing. I do have and then obviously siege equipment. You always need at least one siege equipment to be successful during sieging down enemy troops and enemy lands and stuff like that. But it really just depends on what you're going up against, because sometimes you're going to have an easier time of certain units are going to do much better against, like, when the only time it really matters is when you're going up against an enemy who has a much more of a certain type of unit. So for example, we're fighting an army, they have a holy order. I don't know what the holy order has, but it looks like they have some light cav, armored footmen, bowmen, and some pike. We should be able to outwit most of them. Oh, this guy has been adventured, has joined us. Who is he? Yusuf ibn al-Aqwa was the 10th century Jewish merchant, traveler from the Islamic world, known for his detailed accounts of his trade journeys across the Mediterranean, Near East, and parts of Africa. His writings provide valued insight into commercial practices, cultural interactions, and vibrant life of Jewish communities along his trade routes. Such a man could serve me well. I could also just give up my life and become him. No. What's his inspiration? $133 ducats to go do something. That sounds great. While we're here, why don't we throw a funeral for whoever we can throw a funeral for? Sure, this guy. Must be, I was just traveling, I forgot. I think one of the best units in the Armenian cavalry because of the mountains. The thing is, the Armenian cavalry is no longer the only mountain cavalry. There's a shit ton that they've added in the game. Like, if you look at the wiki, you'll see a bunch more cav and a bunch of other types of units. Because I think, for example, the Emishi have access to cavalry called the Emishi Raiders, who work in mountains, terrace hills, plains, and forests. And they're kind of a sick cavalry for those regions. So they are the good. Are you talking about the like wolves of the Caucasus, or what? No, what are they called? They might have some. The heavy horse archer? No, that's not what they are. It's called like something else. This isn't even Armenian culture. They have the Ayuzid, this one's. Yeah. They're good in hills, mountains, drylands, plains, but they don't do good in the winter or jungles. I don't know why they would be in jungles if they're in those areas, but it's fine. Whatever topic he wants to write about, he can write about. All right, we're back home, so that means we can now throw a little soiree Little feast. Want to throw a feast and a funeral, both to honor people. Sure, this guy. More prestige, please. Thank you. How can I unlock those dudes in the Scandinavian region? You have to get the culture tradition that it comes from. That's usually how that does. And how you would do that is you would have to travel all the way over here, have enough like acceptance with the Mishi culture and form a hybrid. And then you could add the ambushers, but that seems like a wild thing to do. But still maybe worth it. And my troops were getting their ass beat, but now we're there. We're good. That was a near miss there. Let's just have our troops. This guy's about to die. Actually, unfortunately, we're probably gonna have to get some more resources real quick. They can sit here. These guys gotta split. And they're too much. Are they too much? Yeah, they gotta split again. The supply limit is not good for this region. Split. Do you have any tips on how to prevent rebellions? It's really hard when it comes to like, because there's a number of different types of rebellions that can happen. The hardest is when it's like a population opinion is happening, because population opinion, unless you're the right culture and the right faith, they're always going to constantly be on a cycle of rebellion, unless you have a perk or some other things that will give you bonuses against that. The best way when it comes to like there's a faction that like have people in it, all you have to really do is sway the people. So right now this faction is mad at me. I don't know what the fuck they're mad at me. They say I have too many held duchies. I can go and send this guy some money, and that will improve his opinion of me. What is the too many held duchies we have? This one. Ah, yeah, we don't need this one anymore. Did we never grant title? You can be in charge of these lands. And then we'll send him a gift, and then we'll demand his conversion. So that should improve a little bit of the too many held duchies issues that we were having. Yeah. We can repair this. I don't care. All right. Is everybody back to reality? One more month, and then we'll be able to go siege down some lands. Imagine cultural ultra specialized mountains being combo between Mishi, Armenian, and some of the Himalayan. I remember someone doing that. That would be quite the sight. I feel like quite the endeavor, because it's a lot of moving parts, I would say. Daughter, great. So I'm gonna educate this child. Some of skills. This guy, genius daughter, get after it. How's that oath coming? It's coming along fine, I think. I think what we're missing now is we need to have more prestige. How generous. Stress event is happening. The Byzantines have been on a non-stop tear when it comes to rebellions, which is unfortunate for them. Can we upgrade to the better siege equipment type? I don't think so. Okay. I don't think we have mangonels or whatever it's called. Household effort was fine. Toast. Probably don't need all these units sitting right here, but whatever. Funeral time. Let's have it all the way back in our capital. We don't need to be sending 60 bucks. Let's get this guy going. Let's all cry over his life. Mamma mia, I thought you would stream tomorrow. Welcome in, Saladin. How you doing? You know, I'm such a glutton for punishment. I want to get this done, and then we can take a break on the save for a little bit, like a couple days off, because I don't think I can do another day. I just need to get this. We just need to get this done. Is he in the field? He is unfortunately in the field. So we'll send this guy onto the here, and we'll send these guys over here just to see if they'll come be baited. Crime and punishment. Seems a little early to be writing about that. An intimate compendium of all forms of torture known to our age, described in gleeful detail and plainly illustrated. The cover is ivory and it has been painted to display a repeating image of writhing bodies. A tiny but elegant inscription, first page: Allah is my strength. Wasn't this guy all about like trading? So this is what he was. He was actually a serial killer and we just didn't know it. Near East is part of Africa. His writing provides valuable insight into commercial practices and cultures. No, our boy's just a serial killer and didn't even tell nobody about his serial killer tendencies. What an interesting lad. Can I put crime and punishment up? I can. This guy becomes our friend? Sure. Let's call him into this war. I don't see why not. I don't really want to. He can come down from the north and start beating these people up if he wants to. A gift. A pelt. Sure. I'll take a pelt. Starting to see our faith finally spread across the realms. The reason why the most skillful man can't be your vizier because you haven't served him as a tax collector. If you put him as one, people would vote him as successor. Yeah, I was unsure of what that mechanic was trying to tell me. Please don't die. Or 38. This is our heir, wrathful, forgiving. No, he's gonna be wrathful, unfortunately. Wrathful. Okay, their troops are over there doing their business, sieging stuff down. I'm hoping our allies come down and just come over here and start whooping their ass. This guy has been undone. I guess that's good. I didn't realize who he was. There's the amount of times I don't know who anybody is because the game, like the times I have interactions with characters, I'm like, who the hell are you again? We probably should skedaddle to over here. Do they have a better commander? Probably. Let's see if we can get a better commander of our own. Is it already been? Sure. This 28-year-old man. He loves us to death, but will not be our commander. What is the reasoning? Can we arrange a marriage? No, because he don't got no peeper. I think we have the best commander, unfortunately, then. What's after the invasion of these lands? We have to take back Yemen and take the rest of Arabia, which I was hoping we could maybe get a vassalization from this guy instead of having to fight him, but we'll see. Let's go. Where is our ally? You idiot. Don't even think we need the legitimacy. Our legitimacy is so high. Beautiful. Our supplies are low, but I think we'll be able to outdo them. Finish the funeral. We got 624 more. We're a religious icon now. Fucking mint, chat. Fucking mint. Just in time. Just in the next time my allies show up to be a nuisance, which I'm all for. They're actually gonna die. We're gonna have to go bail out our allies. How was that war? How was that battle won before they even? All right, here's more troops. Great. We're losing. We're losing. We lost. Nope. We won. We lost. How did they beat us? Just because of running low on supply? Damn, that's a bad beat. We're only retreating to here, which is fine. Let's do this one. Probably a good time to go and invest in some of our lands, seeing as we have so many dull hairs. Anything in Fez we can do. Nope. First time catching stream, been enjoying this run. Nice. Retro, how you doing? Offer peace, decline. Just because you win one battle, you think you're tough shit. It was a pretty good battle to win. I have learned this about myself. I fucking hate fighting in Persia. The amount of time it takes to move troops around and be effective is just so darn annoying. Let's see if I can auto the army for a second and see if they'll get supplies back up for me, so I don't have to do that part, and then I can reorg once they're all said and done. All right, they don't seem to be reorging. They seem to just be dying. Okay. I've seen all I needed to see. Turn that off. Let's merge the troops and split. They've just killed literally thousands of our troops. All because they were unable to get their act together. Okay, let's extort the subjects. Get some cash. Sure. Prison the witch. Train for the tournament, of course. Hopefully we become strong. We did not become strong. We can hold court. All right. This is our son. He can be forgiving, trusting, or patient. Patient it is. I mean, the AI loves a good, like, have all your troops die. Let's get a logistics guy in here. He's going to help with that process a little bit more. We are losing the war now because we lost the initial things, but it's okay. I think we can also hire a mercenary band. Is there any ones that have siege equipment? I doubt it. But let's go ahead and hire these guys. All right, I think we have enough troops now. Let's go start sieging this down. Split again. Split. I guess it's winter, so that's probably what wasn't helping with the situation there. All right. Is he in the field? He is in the field. He's also 76. In reality, I'd rather actually fight this battle. This is a much more interesting battle to me. I know it takes us away from our goal, but we'll see. The crown feels out of place. I think it's a Persian crown. All right, we caught them here. Lacking, slacking, bombasting. All right, beat them. Now let's go here. Then we can spread out and start sieging some more lands down. How long has this war been going on? Too damn long, that's for sure. 4 years. Yemen, are you still interested in maybe becoming my person? This, we should be able to assault real quick. 3 days, yeah, because we recently captured that. And then we'll go after their capital. It says we're gonna lose this. Why? I mean, we have the numbers, so we shouldn't lose that. Submit to suzerain. This guy. Become your subject tribute. Sure. Does that count towards our... Send him a gift and see if he wants to become a vassal. Not quite. You recently waged war? I don't remember doing that. What was this about assault? I don't think I've ever clicked that. Lol. So essentially what happens is there comes a time when you've knocked down the walls significantly enough on a piece of land that you can assault it. Mostly happens when you have siege equipment. It helps speed it up. But so right now there is no siege effective happening. But maybe once we punch a hole in the wall, you'll see that we can assault, and it's dependent on how many garrison members there are. So if you like right now there's only 265 garrison people, so if we wanted to, and we will, once we get the option, we'll assault, and that will end the siege much quicker. Looks like the AI has fucked us again. Glad to see they are willing and able to screw us over. Okay, no, don't go reinforce them. So okay, we have the assault button here. It's gonna cost us a lot to do it, but 4 days in the war, the siege is done. Did they just stack wipe that army? It seems like they did. No. Yes. This armies are just getting stack wiped and causing me such a headache. Let's get our army together and then we'll go and hopefully... Is this not our logistics guy? Can we get a logistics guy in here? We'll attack. Alright, that's done. It says we're gonna get our ass beat. Yeah, that makes sense because we're starving. God, everything takes so long to get to. Okay. All right. Let's put some space between us and the enemy. We'll do that, and then that, and then that. Have them go here. Have them go here. This is a war of attrition. It doesn't also help that our allies are constantly getting stack wiped. That was unnecessary for them to be doing that. Let's repair our house banner. Is this giving them the bonus? Not yet. What about you? Not yet either. Because we're in the desert over here, it's going to be hard to maintain. Okay. And they're going to re-siege this all down. God damn it. Okay, this is the shit I don't love. I was really hoping that our ally would just stay close to us and help us siege that stuff down. Let's wait until we get a full supply. Our bellies are full, and then we can go back and try. Did they get more than... Yeah, okay. One more month, and then we can go and try again. All right, I think we have enough supplies. another decent guy to be a taxman. Thankfully, they're also losing supplies because they're sieging down stuff that we have. This is Braxton. We can make him paranoid, or we can make him shy, or we can make him... let's make him paranoid instead of craven. Healthy bit of paranoia. Andy the 8th might have run off. Darn. All right. Let's make this once and for all go away. We have 15,000 troops walking around here. I don't know how the AI does it when they get much larger forces, when they have like that much going on. Oh my god, okay. All right, we got the army there. Big battle, big win. Calm or brave? Brave it is. And then another big battle. Here comes. And we're going to lose it because they have the better terrain advantage. Darn. All right. Long walks is great. This is the most annoying war. What can we do to help us continue to win this war? Actually win this war? I don't know, man. It's mostly the fact that they're Holy Order and mercenaries, and they're also fighting for their lives. So that's the hard thing, is maybe not taking battles up there. We also just need like a commander with 30 and above situation, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get one of those. We get Pet Monster. Would love it. Sure. Sure. All right. This is going... It's going fine, but it's just like... It's just a slog. Which I didn't expect to be so sloggy. Especially because I assumed that we were going to be able to outmaneuver them, but what we probably should just do is start having a smaller army siege down some of this stuff and see if they'll come get baited. I was like, what is going on here? What land is this? Sure. I'll take whatever county you want. What's up, Kevin? Could you provide a quick summary of what's happened so far? Yes, we are Arabia. We are a Carling Arabian liege. None of our lords have made it past the age of 69 because they've all been murdered one way or another. Thus far, this has been our most successful character. We're in this long, ongoing war where we need to take over this land. It's been 7 long years of war. Really, what we should do, if I can be lucky enough, is get an alliance. Alliance power. No, they're in the middle of a war. What about this guy? Sure. Bring this guy in from the north and have him come join our war. And then he'll bring his 10,000 troops from the north to help maybe get this all said and done. All right. Merge. Split. How many troops can be here? How many troops can be there? Split again. Like that. Let's cake the units. The other hard thing is we just don't have... We probably should be running 2 siege units, men-at-arms units, so that our sieges are done even quicker. I'm hoping now that this guy will come in for the north and start absolutely crushing. We can assault if we want to. How many people are defending? I don't think we should assault just because there's no real rush right at this moment. All right. They're deciding to attack us, which is good, because now we can use this general area to call in a bunch of mercenaries if we want. Like 2,300 mercenaries. Ah, bitches. Not bitches, but these guys, cowards. They decided to run off and try to fight maybe somebody else. All right. Hopefully our ally comes from the north and starts hammering their lands up there instead of walking through what. Ooh, that's convenient. Where are they going to go? If they go right here, we're good. That's going to be huge. Let's just have them start walking that way. For some reason, the AI is consistently wanting to go to up and away and then down, which is a terrible move on their part because now it gives them this debuff. And now they're stuck behind enemy lines. So now every time they move around, they get a penalty to their troops. Which, can we get to them in time? Yeah, I think we might be able to catch some of them out. This army's still taking forever to get going. Stack wipe some of those guys, and now let's see if we can catch more of them. If we could catch them and catch their king, that would be huge. This is our son, greedy, just, or just. Why don't we influence our ward to be diligent as well? Unfortunately, he did not become diligent. We did get stressed. All right, we've been pretty tunnel vision on our lands. Let's go ahead and... All right, won that battle, huge. Can we just... Now let's just see what the AI does when I auto them now. I'll let them run auto for a second while I figure out how I don't die of a heart attack. Because that seems to be on the horizon. Back in the old days when you used to host a feast, you would instantly get the health, the stress reduction, which was sick as fuck. But now that's not true anymore. But in this amount of Liberty factions in playthrough, yeah. Yep. All right, let's see what the AI is doing. Running from responsibilities sounds great. They are remerging, and some of them are going to the running around for some reason, and now they're taking a battle. Cool. Not sure why. No, I'm not helping you. Okay, good. They are trying to take this battle for whatever reason, and it's working now. Yeah, easy dub. All right, but people are starving, but they're still on the warpath. Okay. This sounds like a terrible campaign idea, but try to do a world conquest, but the AI is in control of your armies at all times. Just to see what would happen. Just to see how long it would take. Oh, it would be the worst, chat. It would be the absolute worst. What I wish would be true is that you could make part of your army under AI control and the rest of your army could be controlled by you, or just doing it like small points. Okay, our son Baxton has come of age. That's good. Let's go find him a... Yep. That's just torture, man. I mean, this run has been pretty torturous, to be honest. Let's switch over to medical focus so we can get some more health. We have so many troops. Just fucking with the board. But instead, the AI is instead marching them around and having them die of little to no food. Are they being attacked too? In the north. Okay, that's fine. This war has gone on for 9 years. We forgot to say what we did this last hour. Chat, what did we do this last hour? We pretty much just fought in this war. Funeral. Fought in a war for... What is this fucking country even for? Khorasan? Khorasana? Khorasana. Child. Game of age. Alright, now they are... Looks like they are recouping some of their resources. Poorly, but... No, I don't want them to be married yet. Alright, where is this old man now? He's still back at the capital. Thankfully, we're warmongering, so this isn't that upsetting to a lot of our people, but no, I'm not giving you peace thus far. Let's go back to... We need more prestige. Or we're still waiting on this banquet to start. What's the holdup? Just people take a while to arrive. Man, the Romans had it right. With having an empire around the Mediterranean, makes stuff so much easier to move around, whereas this is just such a pain in the dick. Read the wiki that your kingdom vassal could choose to leave the empire after 10 years of war. Oh. That's rude. Alright. Feast has begun. We are going to get the one that's going to give us a reduction in stress. We're happy with our people. Is there anybody else we can bring into this war? I don't know why the AI has chosen to not go for the capital, because the capital is going to have the more war score at the end of the day. We can extort our subjects again. More money, please. All right. God, this is so hard to watch. No, this would be impossible. I don't think I could do a world conquest with the AI controlling my armies, because it's just like, why are you defending this? There's no point in defend. You don't even know the size of their army, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It's not as strong as you think it is. Except these guys have submit to my suzerain. Does that mean I can vassalize them yet? This guy says 19 reasons. We could get 19 reasons if we gave them a little arranged marriage. There's their army down there. You ever done a playthrough as a count or a House of the Karen? Yes, I did do a Karen run a long time ago now. It's been a minute. Okay, I've seen enough. I can't do it anymore, chat. I can't do it with them just doing this to me and my poor army just dying in the road like this. Stop. All right. First and foremost, let's do that. This army is just dying. These guys are not able to retain more. How much for this attack? I can't because they're in charge, Darren. All right. So they're over here sieging a bunch of stuff down. Is there soldier, is there leader in this field? Yes. How about we do this? We go here, get a bunch of mercenaries, so much so that they're like, holy fuck. And then they run away and stop sieging that down. It's not enough. Raise, we can't raise another holy order, right? No. All right, we're not in charge of that, so that's Let's stop being rivals, even though I boinked your wife so many times that you no longer have kids. I wanted to try in some sort of Zoroastrian Exodus run and then escape Iberia or Sicily or something. Found an ethno-religious Druze style. Interesting. Never really thought about that. Especially when you have landless characters as an option, I think that would be great. All right, let's have these guys go to the capital. These guys merge together. Let's go send these guys to assist there. Okay, they're fighting here. Let's merge them. This is our best commander. He's gonna lose though. Yeah, pretty badly. Oh, no, he just doesn't have the troops. He has the bonuses, but he does not have the troops. Another kid is born. We lost the battle, but we did sap their strength pretty well. Our troops are looking pretty rough over here. Let's have this guy become... One of our kids gets reckless and defenders advantage in the mountains. God, there's no good supply over here. All right, now they're coming to kick our ass. You hate to see it. God, how long did this war go on for? 11 years. Jesus, Kevin, what are we doing? Absolutely throwing. It's called Crusader Kings 3. Absolutely throwing. Okay, there they are doing their thing. Let's go here. Let's have this army go there. And here. Alright. Where did that one army that's chilling probably? Because they got sent all the way down here. All right, see, this ally is doing what I wanted to do. Them to do is just start sieging stuff down for me. Is Yemen still a thing? They are still a thing. How likely are they to accept vassalization? They are not. They're the same faith as us. They're just not that interested for whatever reason. This guy, 30 reasons. Culture acceptance is the biggest of the issue. Are they back in the field? Still in the field this whole time. Dude, the 13th time we've taken their capital. How about instead we just let them... No, we can't let them. Let's go after this army. Get this guy's over here. We should win this fight. We have the better commander and we're defending in our lands technically. Oh, the whatchamacallits guys are back. Good job. We are actually the head of the dynasty somehow. Holy shit, chat. We outlived everybody long enough that we are in charge now. Graceful aging would have been the one I would have gone for. I would have gone blood and then graceful aging, but here we are. Somehow, some way, we've become dynastic households lead again. 71. Jesus. All right. Just surrender. The thing is, I wish EU5 and EU4, you can just peace out and take a couple of the lands, especially because war exhaustion becomes a thing and everybody gets tired of fighting. But that's not the case in this game. Everybody will fight until they're blue in the face. shit. As soon as I walk away. Nowadays, I tried to get graceful aging first, and then blood is truly goated legacy. Yeah. It does do a lot. Okay, please bring the end of the war right there. And this should be the end. I don't care. Thank God. Okay. 1,500 years in the future later, let's finally engulf that. Does that give us enough? Family knows best, whatever, I don't care. Okay, prisoners, ransom, and then let us go to fill in our slots. We have some slots that need filling. Where are our slots? We love slots. How many times can Kevin say slot? Royal Architect needs some slots. High and Almer, slot. Okay. For the decision. We're still working on that. The decision is we're at 314 out of 375. Fucking hell. It's because the faith keeps spreading and we're doing a bad job of continuing it. Cannot vassalize you. You're in the middle of a war. What lands do we have too much of now? This is ours. Probably own, yeah, land up here. Cool. That guy just is robust. That's kind of sick. All right. So we're spreading from there to there. Who is attacking who? This guy, who is not technically our vassal, is attacking Yemen for their lands. Can we declare for, like, subjugation? I can subjugate them. Cool. No rest for the wicked, chat. Straight to more conflict. Let's get rid of this unit and instead create another onager unit, because siege-wise, that's kind of been a pain in the ass. Let's have them raise up in here, and then let's see if we can get a holy order. Let's get the this one. Not fighting a hostile faith. Can you form Dar al-Islam as a mandala administrative or feudal government? I don't know. We'd have to go into the debug mode to see what are the things that allow it or don't allow it to happen. Have our son become a excellent. How long is it going to take? 47 days, it says. Dangerous faction is forming. This guy. Why is he so mad? What are you mad about? How about this? Here's some money. Stop being mad. You too. Send you a gift. Stop being mad. It's also that you're not the right faith. Send him a fake gift and then demand his conversion. Why are you have too many duchies. What duchies do we have? This one is Canaries. I don't need the duchies of the Canaries. So why don't we go here and grant it to this guy? He can have all the Canaries for himself. And then we can demand his conversion. Blessings to Allah. So now they should go away. Yeah. I would imagine there's no... I think you just have to have the right faith, to be honest. It has to be as long as you're the head of your own faith. I think that's of a Muslim faith. I think that's the biggest requirement, and you have to be an empire. I don't know if there's another requirement outside of that. You know, it'd be so delicious and fantastic is if we went in and immediately just took his capital and then took him prisoner. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Just a super quick Yemen war. That would be the most fantastic thing I could imagine happening right now. He's only got 49 troops. I don't even think we're going to get to one siege. Unfortunately, my beloved dreams did not come true. Okay. Split the force. Half go there. Some go there. And some go there. Split again. We have some disabled buildings because we gained more land. What is the land we gained? This one up here for some reason. Ooh. Let's go together. Let's have these armies go. Well, actually, we'll just have them wait here. I think logistics is probably the best commander trait just because it gives you so much more supply duration, and also it's the easiest to level up. Who was mad? Guys, stop being mad. You're not actually mad. Just get out of here. You're so not mad. You're so not mad. Is it because I have one too many duchies? Too many held duchies. Ah, you silly goose. You're not actually mad. All right, one more there. How much land does he personally hold? I think we have all of his land after this one. I'm hoping he lands and we can clap his cheeks real quick. No, he is landing troops over here. No. Split. Have this army go here and have this army go here. Why don't we go spend some hard-earned cash real quick? Why is this guy mad? Boy. What are you mad about? Demand his conversion. Let's see if that helps. And then demand his conversion. Blessings to be Allah. Blessings to Allah. Do you think they will add an Ottomans to CK3? I know they have the Kingdom of Ottoman Turks, which can form as the kingdom and have de jure titles. I don't think they will, unless they want to do some like mid-game big bad situation like they do with the Mongols. I don't think they will. Kind of weird with how things have changed with EU5 and it being late medieval era now is an interesting thing. It will be interesting to see how that affects the overall game, because I think that's going to have a much bigger effect than we think. All right. Have we even fought a battle with them? We fought no battles. Is the siege equipment with them? Yes, it is. Can we get there in time before they leave? No. Okay. We are low on our Diplo guy. We'll have him do that. And then as for this guy, what are you mad about? You got overthrown. How about we send him a gift? And then is he mad? What is Big mad about? Offensive wars. Let's demand his conversion and see if we can get lucky. Maybe we will. If not, he can get a hook on us. That's fine. Let's demand his kids to change too, so that isn't the same. This should go away. Because now he's at 85. Yeah. Dude, screw running an empire without planes. Seems real hard. Being able to move boots, putting boots on the ground anywhere within 24 hours is such a bonus when it comes to empire building. But just feels so hard when it takes hours and hours and hours, or months and months and months to move anybody anywhere. Who are you? These guys were all like people who liked me. Whatever. We just need like to win 2 battles, and I think we'll be good. says we might lose this fight. I don't see how. Yeah. Fuck off. All right. Send him a gift. Let's disband the army. And wait until we can disband this army too. This guy's our tribute. How close is he to becoming our vassal? Not close at all. We have another dangerous faction. It's the Daim people. Where is their commander of these guys? Okay. So he's there. We can drop our dudes here. I guess we can essentially get an army anywhere within pretty quickly. We just have to... What is this for? Independence War. That's an interesting situation. I don't know why they called that on. Let us call our vassal or our allies into a war. Let's get them going on the independent war. And then... yeah. Should have been smarter with these armies. Yeah, like that army is about to get smacked. For no reason other than I just put them in the wrong place. Are these mercenaries still hired or no? Let's hire these ones. And then raise. And now do we technically fight a hostile faith? No. Bum, bum, bum. All right. We have the better commander and their armies are showing up. This should not go our way because they win that. Can we not white peace? Of course not. God. What can we do? We can do a lot of things. How much money we got rattling around? Get some 50 gold, 10 gold, 10 gold. We can demand payment from a couple guys. This one, this one, this one. I know it's not ideal. 50 gold. That doesn't get us to exactly what we want. We don't want to be in debt. Is there anything we can extort our subjects? Huge. Hopefully that can be done in the next couple hours. It can. 750. That's enough to get us another set of mercenaries. Raise, and then how much more do we need to get 20k? A couple more. We can also do this now. Sell trivial titles. That should give us the money we need to hire mercenaries. Okay. Just making sure. I don't think they can get there in time. They did, but unfortunately they didn't actually help out more. Because we pulled the better commander from over here. That's probably what just happened. Our better commander that was fighting over here. Okay. All right. I got too much hubris. What we have to do is fucking raise our army up right so we can actually fight a battle to save our goddamn life. Where is their commander? He's still right here. He's only a level 18 commander, so he's not huge. He's not the best. It's just that we can't raise it. We can't try to raise a single soldier to save our super stupid lives. How much stress can we take? Another round of stress? Yeah. Okay. Can we get this army together quick enough to attack you? No. All right. Then come this way. We don't care what's happening over here. I just don't want to lose all this land that we have in this area. I don't even know why those guys rebelled. They just did. Because they chose to not like me. Because they think I'm sneaky poo-poo. And we're having more rebels now. It's probably all the long-term wars we were in. Except, what is this rebellion? It's over here. Okay. We're gonna have to deal with a lot of rebels. What is this game? It's called Crusader Kings 3, the game that is the bane of my goddamn existence sometimes. Okay, is there a way we can prevent another dangerous faction from popping? I can't afford another faction. The amount of times this person has been, what happened to you? And then this guy, and then this guy. So they've been split, I see. Can we send you a gift and you'll piss off and stop being a dick? Demand, he won't. Okay. What can we do about this? We can actually eliminate this immediately by just doing this. Persia, this is your problem now. And make this whole situation go away. Just the whole situation go away. I don't even want to fight this war. Just give it to somebody else and then they will... that war ends. Great. We probably can gift you an artifact to get you to where you want to be. Carlings, no. Hair of Muhammad, no. You can have this prize bow. There you go. You'll stop being a dick to me. Cool. Love it. All right. We don't have a large enough force still because this game hates me. Because it's still trying to raise up all our troops. Alright, there we go. There's the rest of the ones I need. So many rebellions, yeah. I mean, we did just fight a prolonged war for 11 years and then went into another war. So all the people probably didn't like that we were doing that. It also doesn't help that our kids aren't commanders, because that would really help out in a lot of these situations. All right. Unfortunately, that did not end the conflict. Do they have ticking war score? That's helping them too. As for you, they have 48 war score. Can you guys go deal with that, or are you just not? Isn't the AI unwilling? It looks like the AI is kind of unwilling. Can we get a mercenary band now? We can. Okay, so we'll go in, or our holy order now. We'll go over here and we'll have the holy order raise up, higher, and then raise up the rest of our troops. We'll send them to go attack these guys. Hopefully that will be enough to put them down. You can come help us, I think. We're out of the tax guy. This guy can go back to being tax guy. And unfortunately, our good commander keeps moving around. We only have one good commander, which is not where I want to be commander-wise. Our son got the consumption as soon as we sent him into command of that army. That's bad. All right. Can we win this fight? The game says no. How good is this commander? 29, 30. Okay, so very decent. What we need then is probably extra reinforcements of mercenaries. Or at least hopefully we can pull off. Stop. All right. Pay attention to that for now. Can we just get a white piece in this war? No, not yet. Okay, that's been done. Now we just got to keep fighting this army. I don't think they have that many more troops. Yes, he's in that band. So we'll go deal with them. Dude, I don't think I'm built for big empires. I've always been a small, tall, not tall, but like just being wide is just so not fun. Army supplies running low. Let's see how bad this goes. Should go our favor because they don't have that many skilled units. Yeah, that war is done and over with. And force, good. Okay. As for this one, you're in the south here. Okay. Let's have them go search them out. These guys are finding them over here. Wonderful children galore. Isolation and betrothal. Still don't care about that. Why do you have our kid? Did you siege our capital down? Weird. Is that why this is? Yeah, because of the troops. Okay. Why does it say a negative reason? Damn, this is a level 38. Where are you? Oh, he's on the other side. That's why we're going to get our ass beat. I see. We have decent amount of troops behind us, so it should be good enough. All right, let's check in with the battle down here. Did this happen? No, yeah, it's... Wait, what happened to... Oh, because we were fighting... Puta madre. That's bad. We should not have ended that war. All right, that one's done. Enforce. All right, so then we can go and get our commander. Put ourselves in command of this one and have our other commander come here. And then from there, we should be able to win. Our person is done. How is... Yes. Can call house members into this war? I don't think that's smart. We're losing money. Where did all our money just go? Armies... Says it's way worse. We're still gonna win. Just barely though, because the advantage is equal. Okay. This army. Can we disband them for now? And then teleport them all the way across the ocean? And that's why our money's fucked, because all of our vassals, or all of our excellent tax guys. It's crazy how important tax guys are in a clan government type. What you need to do is follow that army. What we're gonna do is actually something cheeky. Try to slow him down with a small unit of... No, we can't do it. Any way to get some quick cash? Okay, we have enough cash for the mercenary band to just hire them right there. Slow down their army. Hopefully that's enough to stop them. If we can capture that guy. Thank God. Okay. Rebels done. Rebels done. Rebels done. I don't really disdain you. I don't know why you chose to rebel against us. Just seemed like a bad move by you. Now we gained all this land in the south here. They can be in charge of this. Great. Okie dokie. What are we missing now? We can develop their capital. Sure. Probably should have looked at how much trust we had before I clicked that button. We could get a warhorse. Still in need of more things going there. Okay. Let's look at the decision. Establish. So our only thing is we need two. We need so much more. I don't know, dude. 50, like 40, 44 more? Is that how that math works? Probably not. 4 more is, no, like 34 more. So is there any county, anybody who has 34 more counties that we could do? 29 and 31. Do we have anybody who has the claimant on this household? We could use his claim, but let's just chill for a second. We're gonna call our horse Charger. Why don't we do the first time for this ever and go on a hunt? We've not done any hunting really at all with our character. All right. Cool. Things are looking better over there. I best probably should come around and ask all these guys to convert. That's probably what's happening, why they keep having rebel problems, and that's why somebody keeps taking over the land. We should just ask them all to convert nicely, and then they may or may not do it. Looks like the Byzantines have stabilized somewhat. Faith-wise, I think the only lands we really can take is this empire down here. And then there's these guys who are conquerors too. Thankfully, they're not a faith that matters to me. Okay. And I thought today was gonna be a short stream. Lol, never. Could never be me. They're Catholic? What the fuck? Why are you Catholic? What a silly situation. Soon. All right. Next war is going to be for this guy's lands over here. As for, we have some more conspirators that we can revoke their titles from. To be honest, just ransom them home. They didn't really need to be that. And then we can pardon everybody. This guy. Demand conversion. Can I ransom him home? Yeah. Swedish Toad, welcome in. Norse Norse is the superior religion. Changed my mind. If it's so superior, why do Catholics always seem to be dominating the region that they call home? So superior that the AI is always willing to switch away from it. Such the better one that the AI never is caught dead with it. All right, how's this hunt going? Dad the Noob, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for the 3-streak stream. 3-streak stream. I don't think I can say that 3 times fast. 3-streak stream, 3-streak streams, 3-streak stream, 3-streak stream. Just kidding, I lied, I could say it fast. Because Catholic starts with a handicap. That sounds like you're making excuses for your faith, your superior faith. All right, for those just joining us, we are repairing our Warhammer. 375 to repair that hammer? Goddamn. We can repair this book too. And the Mighty Stag can also be repaired. We are trying to form Dar al-Islam. It is a decision where you form a hegemon with the all of the Muslim faiths. We are very, very close to making it happen. The only thing we're missing is we don't have 70% of our lands, and then we need a second empire tier, which reminds me, can we form Persia yet? We probably can. Yeah, we just need the money, which that's on the way. All right. You guys gonna finish this hunt, or we're just starting the hunt? Let's go after a boar. Watch, we get gored by a boar. That would be our situation, wouldn't be. I mean, France is never doing that hot at the moment. The English have decided they rule there, or the Anglo-Saxons, I guess. What's his face got started a little bit earlier. 16% chance they die. Somebody dies. I'm not interested. Great. Great. All right, come home. We want to start a war. What happened to our claimants? Zenzir? Damn, they got a lot of troops. I felt like we had a claimant on deck. Invite him back. Invite this 44-year-old man back. He needs to come. And we will enforce his title. All right, this war should be easy peasy. Lemon. Squeezy. But yeah, I just love the Astray from warmongering trait. Also feels a tad patriotic to pay homage to my heritage. Funny thing is, we're Almohad, which is also a warmongering trait, so you should pay homage to your not heritage and become an Almohad head. Are they in the field? They are not, which is good. So we can potentially get this done soon. Sooner rather than later. We have our 100 siege equipment. We're just going to march on the capital. But Vikings... Were Vikings that good, or were they actually just mid because they were only attacking low level troops every time? Changed my mic. Vikings weren't actually as good as they thought they were. Ooh. They're cool. Nothing else matters. Fair. When you put it that way, you got me beat. Can't beat the straight up cool factor. Damn, they're so cool. How are they so fucking cool? Creating the Persian Empire. Probably should have waited until we were like done. All right, hopefully we take him. Please, dear Bruce, our Lord of Fluffiness, who art in the living room, probably napping and having a good time. Maybe we should make our prayer hands like this. I don't know what our prayer hands for Bruce is. I'm trying to make this religion up as we go. May he help us capture this leader in one go, so we may never have to continue this war, and we can finally form Dar al-Islam. Meow. Okay. A prayer is going unanswered. Damn it. All right. Well, the war continues. Let us see what internally was going on with you fuckers. What lands does he hold personally? He only holds that one, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna have to split the forest. Some go here, some go here. Also boats. They did good at releasing wealth into stagnant economy. Isn't the, Viking raiding is really good for the local economy. True. Can't doubt that. The Vikings, really good at the economy, local and supporting local. Might have done many things terrible, but supported local economies. Love that for them. Can we vassalize you yet? The answer is 28 reasons no. Is there anything else we can do to make that true? We can make a doll? No, not yet. If we had more of that, we could. Hold the court again. Siege this down, and then we'll have this army chase that army down. Okay. For whatever reason, my chat is not picking up Twitch, which really is irksome. No. So I wish they would do that. So now it just doesn't look like I'm talking to ghosts. I'm thinking of actually starting a new stream schedule from 1 to 4 p.m. Pacific. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just because I'm interested in getting back on a normal streaming schedule, and I feel like in the morning time I use that time to actually edit and create content, and then in the afternoons I kind of just fuck around and don't really have I have an aimless goal, but having a more solid goal would be nice. Okay, this is all converted. That's all slowly becoming converted. I don't know what this is, why this is this faith, but it is. Is there anybody else we're close to vassalizing? You? Would you take a vassalization? What happens to send you a pile of gold? 36 reasons. No. You fucking cock! Who died? Did he leave? You fucker! You left our lands? Such fucking horseshit. I hate when AI does that, where it's just like, oh, they left. Haha. Oopsie poopsie. Can't continue the war. Oh, no, that's too bad. Why did you leave? Well, that's fucking sucks. Can't do much about that, I guess. All right, how old are we? We are 55 years young. And the only thing that is stopping us now is truly it is a number of counties, and I thought that would bring us to enough counties there, but it clearly did not. Yeah, we need 50 more counties now. And that was going to be a chunk of them right now. Zenzier. We could do kingdom invasion. No, that was going to grab everything. That sucks, dude. We could attack these guys. They're being attacked, right? No, they're attacking us. If they win that battle, do we lose those lands? Who the fuck? Greetings, my liege. May years be short and miserable. He wants an independent war? Why? Alright. I guess. Fuck me. Do you have family that owns stuff? Let's just capture Gibraltar and then we'll be good. Why do they already have 1%? Taking war score after 30 days. Is this run over when you finish the achievement, or will you ride it out to the end? We're probably going to try to do the other hegemons. It's just that I wasn't expecting us to take this long on this first one. You know? Split the force. Let's extort our subjects some more. Sell some trivial titles. Okay, who's trying to rebel? This guy? Come on, guy. You just joined us. Send him a gift. See if that makes him happy. There's some other members down here. This guy, once again, they've rebelled against us. But we can always demand their conversion. Same with this guy. Let's get ourselves a mercenary band that is exorbitant in price and just have them go cook down here. How do we have 30 martial? We're not even martial focused. Where is all this advantage coming from? Fucking enforce. What a waste of everybody's time. Gonna go ahead and revoke all your titles. Wasn't that such a smart move by you, you freaking idiot? Ransom you home. All right. Do you want to be in charge? I'll make you in charge of these stupid lands. There you go. Now you're in charge. Your stupid brother is stupid. Can I somehow invite this guy, hire as a mercenary? No. Can I fight, make him fight a war on his behalf? I don't think so. It's so annoying that this dude wandered away. This dude, get out of his prison. How about if I send him some money? Will he bail himself out? Yo, dog, bail yourself out. Bail yourself out, dude. I gave you some money. Bail yourself out. Here's some more money. Can you bail yourself out? Get out of the jail so you can bail yourself out. If you bail yourself out, then we're allowed to use your claim. I don't think he has enough money, Chad. Let's send him some more money. You think 300 gold's enough? I think 300 gold might be enough for him to bail himself out. Yeah. The thing about Zenzir is they got a lot of mercenaries. Why don't we wait until those mercenaries elapse and then we can go after their title? Did that guy bail himself out? You got scammed? Possibly. Only time will tell. Hey, you gonna bail yourself out? You have 300 gold. You could always just bail yourself out. Just a suggestion. Not trying to like put any pressures on you or anything like that. Just saying you could bail yourself out. These guys are all not claimable. Pay Zenzir. It's almost been an hour. Finally, one war per person. Took Yemen. Fought rebels. Went on first hunt of the run. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back. Use the restroom. Be right back. Thank you to everybody on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. You're all beautiful, sexy individuals. worry, chat. I'm making mac and cheese for lunch. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have mac and cheese for lunch. You're all gonna love it. But unfortunately, you're not getting any of the mac and cheese that we're having for lunch. Okay, this guy. 55 reasons. This child. Wrong faith, so they're not going to change anyway. So why don't we go after their lands? Thankfully, we can go and do our lovely mercenaries. And then we can also do just raise all men at arms. I don't know why this kid became Catholic. It's the strangest thing. Why? He was granted it for some reason. Whatever. Strange. I think we have to do a kingdom invasion of these guys. Might have to release this tribute and then attack them for their lands. I think that might be our move. Is he still imprisoned? No, he is not. What a sexy looking individual. Pay for his shit to get over here. And then we're going to demand his conversion, and then we're going to force him to be our dude friend. Demand his conversion. All right. Cool. All the Umayyad children have joined our cause. They've all switched the faith. This one has not. I don't understand why the children don't convert if the adults do. That's some like holdover from some system that I don't really understand. Okay. Enforce. Great. Disband. Why don't we do this? Grant to the guy we just... So he can't leave at all. We're just going to give him this land over here. Create the title. Grant him the title of this land. So he won't leave. No leaving. He can't... He legitimately cannot get up and leave. Because we've put him in a corner. We can call an ally in. We can call a house member. This Carl. And this... Wait. We could put a Carling family member on the Polish throne. Would be interesting. Okay. For the umpteenth time, hopefully this is the last time we have to fight for this land and or titles. Let's just go ahead and hire some mercenaries so that we have extra troops. All right, merge and then split. Have one go here and then one go here. He unfortunately is not, he's getting home just in time for us to siege it down for him, which will be great. Who's this guy? Sept. If you want to be my suzerain or vassal. Wait, did we vassalize you? Suzerain. Anything for the faith. And then offer vassalization. You are bankrupt. Well, if that goes away, what do we do? You are at war. Should go away too. And arrogant and fickle is not going to happen. All right, now he's back at home. We should be able to win this. And maybe take his head. Andrew Carr, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well today. Hope all your weekend dreams are coming to fruition. Let's go in here, do that. We won. Enforce. Boom. All right. What are we at? Where the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? We're at 368. Should we just take Zenzir? You're telling me there's not a single other claimant for Zenzir? Do they have other kingdoms on their belt? Probably not. 368, which is, we just need 29 more counties. Zenzir is exactly 29 more counties. Unfortunately for us, though, not all of it is Catholic or the right faith. We need more money to create these guys, and then maybe we can win. How much land is this? 12. A doll. We could go and get probably claimant from this land. Invite this guy in. Wow. Azure, Abyssinians, Yemen, Ajar. Dude, why does this guy have so many claims? So we could go in here and be pretty naughty. Where's their capital? Up here? Okay. Raise all this and then holy order that. CK3, yes, Andrew. CK3. CK3. Oh my god, I fucking love CK3. Probably should check in on our family and seeing what's going on with them, because I have not been paying attention. Let's raise all men-at-arms. It says it's going to take 15 months. That's fine. We'll have these guys start marching north. We'll have ourselves in command, I guess. Submit to suzerain. Becomes your subject tribute. Sure. Do they want to be my vassal? Do you want to be my vassal? I can make your life great. Making things happen all the way. So fucking great. Do you want to be my vassal? Would be so grand. That's a lot of dudes. Let's get up and stop them. We lost our armor? No, we just don't have any equipped for whatever reason. All right, let's go. We need those siege. Do you have both Twitch and TikTok chats pulled up? We do have Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. East Bantus are the real group, or an Amalgan culture. I don't actually know. To be honest, I don't know the cultures in this area that well. That's on me, chat. I know. I'm not educated when it comes to every culture in the game. Maybe I should make a video ranking every culture in Crusader Kings 3. Oh my god, there's so many cultures to rank. How far away are we from making the oath happen now? 30? We still don't have 30? How close are we to making 30 happen? Or 25? It's not gonna happen. All the cultures all the time. Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's siege the capital down. This is probably not going to end well for us. 41%. How many troops can we have here? Not as many as I'd like. Let's have us go across the water. And call in some reinforcements. So, just need to cross, beat all these guys up, and then that's it, right? We win. Yahoo! Yaha! Yahoo! That's what we'll sound like. Yaha! Eerily similar to some video game sounds of Mario. That's copyright. We don't do that here. We don't copyright things. Yahoo! Yeah, we're just really good at not copywriting, having copyrighted things happen. All right, I think that's more than enough troops. Let's have everybody marching over here. Hopefully we can get to this one in time, because that's our... And have our best commander in charge. Yeah, 33 is, I think, our best commander right now. That sucks that they were able to siege that down. If they get it before we get there, that's going to be problems. They're moving away. Huge. We catch them. They cry. Stack wipe. Here comes another stack wipe. Now they are committed like a bunch of dummies. We've captured a random person of their household, whole body. And that's the war baby. I'll take your firstborn. Thank you. Is it enough? Let's find out. We need 17, no. 15 more. 15 more counties. How big is Ajuran county-wise? Probably not enough. Declare for... We could do a kingdom invasion for Ajuran. Or something else. Or we could go to Zenzir. Do a... Who's got claims? Not many claims. We can't do a forced vassalization. That sucks. Yeah, I already answered that question. They don't want to be our vassal, right? You recently waged war? No, we didn't. Don't lie. Don't be a liar. We never did that. This guy's a conqueror. I'd like to wait until he dies before trying to attack him. Let's work off some stress. We can't develop the capital yet. Our capital's not going to get 30 development in time. That's such horseshit. That's on me, but it's horseshit nonetheless. Okay. Well, hopefully we just aren't playing this character by that point. Let's demand his conversion. Same with this guy. Same with that guy. You should try to form Rome Empire with extra micromanagement. God. We're gonna go fight them. We're gonna go try to form the Mongol Empire. That's probably the next idea. How much land does Zenzir have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need 19. What was the number I needed? Fuck me. It's 15 now. Because they keep converting the land so quickly. So 15 is what we need. I think we can't offer this guy a vassalization, right? He's just too proud of a king. There's some powerful vassals that aren't happy with me. This guy is really unhappy with this. Why don't we send a gift to his next in line? Host him at our lands, demand his conversion. Great. Dark vassals. Oh. This guy also doesn't like us. For what reason? I don't know. Let's send him a gift. Let's demand his conversion. Great. So they like us, they leave even more. Does anybody have like a claim? Nobody has a claim in Zenzir. It's just not possible. And you can't invite a random person. I guess we could negotiate settlement into that. This run seems harder than restoring Rome. It is harder because of the fact that the ticking time clock of Muslim faith spreading. I'm really thankful that there hasn't been a Muslim faith that the hordes have adopted, because that would be fucking the pits. Okay. I just want to vassalize you. Can I invite you to court? No. I wonder if I kidnapped that guy and then put him in my court. That probably doesn't, it's not how it works. All right. You die yet? No, still fighting. Don't really want to fight them. Just formed it as the Abbasids in 867. Nice. We started out as a carling and became a fucking unlanded person, and then slowly gained it that way. But yes, the Abbasids would be by far the easiest way of doing it, where you just start as the Emperor of Arabia and then conquer all the lands that you need. I just chose to do a really goofy setup because I hate myself. This guy's a conqueror. Where's his capital? It's kind of far, isn't it? Yeah. This guy's also a conqueror. How much land do you hold under your belt? 12. Where's your capital? Just formed India as Hastings. I did a run recently. I want to see Bruce Saga. Unfortunately, Bruce is a wild animal sometimes, and he lives outside and inside, so it is hard to maintain a hold on where he is. I do have a tracker on him. Don't tell him that, but I am tracking my cat at any given moment. But he is an elusive boy, so we cannot always find exactly where he's at. Did our other son have a kid yet? He's not married. That makes sense. Some skills. Here's a genius lady. There you go. Had children. What I'm hoping happens won't happen. Hand me a Steam key for CK3, or am I telling Bruce? Hand me a Steam key for CK3, or I'm telling Bruce. I mean, this seems like empty threats. Bruce doesn't speak English, so I don't know how you're gonna inform on me to him, but good luck, good friend. Looks like they're gonna run because they're cowards. I think we'll be able to catch them. And we can't. He's running away because he's a coward. Thankfully, yeah, they're gonna have to come back north to get this land. Split, half go here. The other half can split again. Half go there, and the other half go here. I can fluent in cat, just so you know. The thing is, he actually speaks a different dialect than most cats do, so I think you're gonna have a really hard time communicating that message to him. Just saying, you know, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just saying, you know, I don't want you to get lost in translation, you know. You know, I'm just saying, chat. So just don't be like that. Don't be upset when it happens. Another child. You know, it's tough. Please just give me this fucking end. I'm so tired of this fucking hegemon. Why did I do it this way, chat? Why? I don't know. Because I am a sick glutton for punishment when it comes to CK3 related content. I'm a glutton for goddamn punishment. What kind of dialect does Bruce speak? What cat dialect does Bruce speak? It's a mixture between Spanish and English. You wouldn't know it unless you were like from the region of Portland that he is from. How close are you forming it? We're literally, I think, widowy, like 12 provinces away. Widowy. Let me look. Widowy, we have 403. So it's the hard thing is more provinces keep getting converted, and we're just like slightly out of our scope. We let the land go too long, so we need 12 plus. My cat's from Portland, IDK, who needs to speak to Bruce, but I got him with a translator. Okay, maybe we'll see. Bruce has really got a busy schedule of napping and just eating today, so I don't know if he'll be able to come on stream. Can you guys join this fucking battle? I guess. All right, she's dead. Great. I don't know who that was. I don't know why I said great. Widowly? Going to cry my eyes out. All right, we won a battle. I hate fighting these desert kingdoms. No wonder these desert kingdoms never really got conquered, because they just are such a pain in the dick. Let's do this one. Where are they retreating to? He needs to be stronger. Yeah, and also our logistics is fucking crap. So now all our dudes are starving in the desert, and the AI knows it, and we're gonna come get our ass beat. This is how these wars go for 10 years instead of like 2 minutes. Okay. Let's go get him a shot in the arm by giving him more troops to work with. All right. Is that enough land for them to do it? Of course not. Great. Condemn them. Split the force. And then split again. Split again. Widowy? We're not having enough taxes coming in. All right. Let's hire a... We already hired this holy order. Let us hire a mercenary company to come bail us out, because I don't really want to fight this war anymore. Okay. They're going to take that capital back, but that gives us another opportunity to win. All right. Is this Fortnite? It is actually Fortnite. It's the new skin for Fortnite where you bash your head against the wall because you're, for whatever reason, the Sultan of Egypt just keeps changing hands over and over again. So you have to pay them a exorbitant amount of money to change their faith. It's really fun. It's actually kind of my favorite thing that happens in the game. There's how many been Sultans of Egypt now have there been? Since 1014, there's been 3. Okay, it's not been that crazy. I thought it was a lot more, but it just feels like there's been a lot more of them. All right. Let's just go here. Some of us are starving, some of us are not starving. Just really slowing down. My computer is chugging along. Chugga. Is this guy died yet? No, he has not. Dangerous faction is still going. These Persians are ready to fight. Why? Why, Persia? Why are you ready for the fight? All right. Hopefully this time around we capture one of his heirs, but unfortunately it looks like one of his heirs are in the field, so we won't be capturing them. Is that all the troops, or now there's 2 more coming in? Let's see if there's enough food to go around. There is barely enough food to go around. Do we have a logistics guy? No. Dude, fighting the desert sucks. I wonder if that's the Crusades were like, yo, dog, don't ever send me back to those goddamn deserts. I hate fighting in them. Let's have this army go north. This is our player error. Probably shouldn't have him in charge, but he's the one who's in charge. Let's also get a mercenary company here to get a shot in the arm of food, supplies-wise, so that they're not starving. In theory, they should not be starving, but we're probably going to still lose this fight because of the advantage. How good is their commander? Not that good, I don't think. We just need one more battle victory. I don't like that they're standing and fighting. Well, okay. We've scared them off enough that we can probably go like this. And now they're running away from their homelands, so we'll have this army continue to siege down here. Or here, I guess. I don't know what they're... I think they're gonna go out and then in, and then from there, maybe have enough. Yeah. Logistics, man. It's starting to kill us, actually. This war should have been over already, but because they won't fight us. It's like kind of the biggest problem of having such a large army, and everything just takes forever to move around. Are you still not able to gain resources here? How is that possible? Alright. They're better. Alright. Let's go this way. This army's sieging that down. Why not start from Andalusia? There are the Umayyad Caliphate's origin. I don't know. Just like to be a little spicy meatball sometimes. Why didn't we start as the Abbasids? They're technically the easiest way to do this. God, the amount of times they keep being like, you don't have enough people for this or that. And I'm like, I do technically. They're gonna clock us pretty hard. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And they're stack wiping us. Ugh, God. Okay. Let's go here. Thing is, their army keeps moving, and the farther they go on our lands, the more they lose their titles and stuff like that. Let's go split and then have 2 armies. One here and one here. Okay, I don't know where they're going. Oh, they're going up the coast. There should be enough supply up here. We are missing our person. Let us go and transfer. Call this person? Sure. Excellent. All right. By the time our troops get there, these troops will show up, and that will be enough time to do this. Let's also begin siege attacking that. Hopefully we win this fight. We don't have the advantage yet, but now we do. That should be it. If not. 99%? God damn it. This game. Just give it to me. 99%? Alright. It's all down to these guys sieging this land over here. This random tribal fort that has no bearings on... I guess it is a choke point for here. It'd be interesting to try to make a... it wouldn't really work in CK3, but I imagine there's some games, maybe like EU5, where if you just like made a bunch of choke points around your nation, it could be an interesting endeavor enforced. Okay. Let's check the counter. How close are we, chat? 7 away. Yahoo. Now we're neighbors to this fucking guy. Let's go ahead and grant it to this person, and then they can be in charge of all this. I don't care. There you go. Zenzir. We do kingdom invasion to them. This guy, he's young enough now. Where is their capital? It's here. He's in the field though, right? No. Might make sense to pop off on them. Might not. I think Zenzir makes the most sense. We just need 7, right? Let's do kingdom invasion for Zenzir. Why did that horse sound so aggressive for a second there? All right, that's enough troops. Hopefully we capture him. He's not in the battles, I don't think. All right, well, if they want us to let us try to capture that, that would be great. Split the army, half go here, half go there. Start sieging it down. We got some stuff, some additional things. Call the captain in, sure. We have angry people. Who's angry? 9 members. It's okay. You don't have to be mad, guys. Excellent. Where is the AI? King. He's still on his way home. It'd be nice if you could send an army to intercept an enemy while they're on a trip, or at least give you the opportunity to try to do it. I think that would be a pretty fun little addition to the game. All right. Here we go. Okay, Zenzir. We also want to probably start taking land up here, sieging it up. Okay, there's their army. Diligent training, great. We lost our royal architect, that's fine. We lost our chancellor again. We keep losing chancellors left and right. All right, 88% chance there. I think we win 1 or 2 battles, and this thing is Bob's your uncle. And then we can finally form. It'd be nice to be able to get Hispania, but we can't do it because the Iberian struggle. Great. We took this. Should we take more land? I think it's fine. All right, chat. Do we have it finally? The answer is yes. Islam has long been a divided, fractured religion ever since the death of the great prophet Muhammad. Oh, dude, they brought it back. That's a CK2 OG take where they had They had made the prophet. Wow, there's a bunch of living members. Why didn't we start out as this family? Is this what the Abbasids are? We should have started out as the Abbasids, chat. So silly. That's fine though. Send this guy a pile of cash and he won't convert. Why not? Will not convert as his liege head of faith. He's a head of his own faith as Jazeera. I see. Well, we could always convert his son. All right. I'm so sorry. The time has finally come to unify all the Islamic dominance under a common leader, mine. Dar al-Islam. 5,000 prestige. You become the head of all Muslim faiths that does not consider Amwad a hostile or evil. We're considered astray. Muslims are more likely to accept conversion. The house head of your house can gain a permanent access to subjugation against all Muslim branches, be it Sunni, Shia, Mukakima, and Zadakag. Muslims vassals cannot or create or join dissolution factions against the ruler of Dar al-Islam. The Carling household gets 5,000 renowned. The Arabian Empire and Persian empires are added. Can we add one more before we create this? Now the Maghreb empires also joins this. So once we click the button, Arabia, Persia, and Maghreb minus Hispania. It would have been nice to get Hispania, but I just didn't want to do that. Maybe we can do a culture shift or something like that. I've become Dar al-Islam, the Caliph, a great and terrible figure amongst the order of mankind. My will shapes the destinies of thousands with every use. Thousands with every use. My will shapes the destiny of thousands with every use. Interesting. Master of Arabia, I've earned the right, but now the Arabian nobility and all the subject people will belong under my mighty banner of Dar al-Islam. These subjects, Muslim subjects, must recognize my imperial station. I must perform a glorious rite of inauguration and justify exaltation. We become uncrowned. Not since the Rashidun Caliphate has Islam stood united behind a single banner, guided by one purpose, one vision, and true Dar al-Islam. For every corner of the world, Muslims now travel to Fez, to pilgrimage, and princes, scholars, and soldiers. From the distant deserts, crowded ports, from every school and sect, they gather before me. Why not start as... I love how they're like, why not? Oh, okay. Christoph, thank you. To bow their heads in pledge. Only time will tell if uniting all of them have doomed the fate into history once more. So we get Islam title. We become able to be head of the faith for all Muslims that don't think we're hostile or evil. Arabia, Persia, and the Empire are all under this. So when we go and we look at this hegemon map mode, we now have this bad boy, Dar al-Islam. Does our oath still stand, or do we have a new oath? I think we get a new oath, technically. Because we have to hold a coordination. We can vassalize these people. So, let us do a coronation real quick. Confirm here. We don't have the money to do it yet. How about we sell some trivial tiles real quick and extort our subjects, and then we can hold our coronation. That's gonna be a banger in Fez. Maybe not that much. All right, great. We can develop the capital some more. Great, love to. All right, succession-wise, what is happening with our succession? Is there now, when I look at the Ashar faith, we are also in charge? So, or no? We're head of faith of all the Sunni faiths. Interesting. So now do they consider us astray or righteous? Okay. So it's just like uniting or mending the schism. Essentially, it's a combination of forming Rome and mending the schism, because now we are emperor title. Is that going to piss off a bunch of people? That's the question. We are also above our limit by a lot. Okay, cool. We need to unload some land. Why don't we give it to this guy? Bing, bang, boom, biff, buff, boof, biff, off, boof, 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 buff, off, off. There you go. Convert. You should do an Indian hegemon next. I think technically the next one we should do is the Mongol. Become in charge of the Mongol hordes, because if we don't do that, we're gonna get in trouble timing wise. So that's why I want to look at our succession. If you look at our succession, only one goes to Uds. What happens? We disinherit Uds and make him our favorite. Disinherit him and demand their conversion. They're 43. But we make him our favorite. So he won't gain the title. He is a tough soldier. And then we can load him up with stuff and send him on his merry way. Like send him a bunch of gold. So that when our character inevitably kicks the bucket, we can move on with him. Like load him up and then be like, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Because it will be interesting also to see what happens with a situation where we're gonna fail this little whatever it's called. We're in fine health. Let's do the coronation and then let's set our new character up. Maybe enforce divorce, because this lady sucks. Some skills, 18. There's a 15-year-old genius. What about this lady? She's got decent stats. Demand. Send her a gift and then demand her conversion. All right, now get to loving each other. Spar with our boy. Unfortunately, we did wound our son. I did not intend to do that. Uds Carling gets Sparring Knight. What does that do? Just gives them more prowess and stuff like that. As for sending him some gifts, I would like to unload. We have a lot of stuff that I don't really technically need. I would love to give him the journal, and I would love to give him some of these weapons that we have, because the next character doesn't need them, or if he does, I don't care. So we're gonna get rid of the Warhammer, and we're gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna get rid of that, and then we're gonna get rid of that, so we can load up our next character with a bunch of stuff. Send him. Where is the gift artifact? Can I not gift him artifacts? Why can't I gift him artifacts? Can I gift you artifacts? What the fuck? Am I silly? I know I'm silly, but okay, so this other son we have. Can we gift him artifacts? Is there some sort of like, while you're in events, you can't gift artifacts? Let's go to this guy. No, we can buy artifacts. Maybe it's while you're in an event, you can't just gift away artifacts. I don't know, understand. All right, let's see how this event goes. Yep. Coronations are fun and so interesting. Pray for good health. I pray for wealth. So I can load my son up with more cash. Oods and will become the owner of plants and herbs? Sure. So now I can give that to my son if I want to. Great. Does having another thing set up our situation or not? Does our coronation get overshown? The crown. Great. Cool. Provide for the poor, provide for the faithful, install claimants, ensure peace. Maybe we should have peace for a couple of years. Goober, thank you for the ball. This captain becomes our friend. Glorious. Great. All right. Done with this event. Can we gift an artifact now, or am I... No, we can gift artifacts. It's just some, for whatever reason, when you're at an event, they won't let you do it. You can have that. You can have the Bruce armor. Love that for you. We can gift you... I'm just loading him up with a bunch of stuff so he can be successful in his endeavors as a 34-year-old when we send him off into the wastes to become Con of Cons. Gift artifact. Let's do that one. And then what other one? Regalia? Sure. And then if I was the future prince, I'd be like, why the fuck are you giving him all the sick gear pops? What the hell is this shit about? Hello, sir. Wow, you succeeded to make Daralism. Chai, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Yes, we did secure that. Okay. So Oods now he's loaded up with a prize bow, a nice book. Is this the book that our family made? Yes. No. Is it? Hold up. No, this book is still here. Traveling. We needed that's the one I want to give away. Gift artifact. This one. Okay. So now we have a bunch of gold. Send him the gift. Send him the gift. Send him the gift. I wanted him to have like 2,000 gold. Chi, not chai, sorry. I'm clearly not tracking fully. Strengthen the body. Didn't see a favor, whatever. How much longer until we get the next clicked in? Gonna get them with a click, click, click. We're super close. 650, so in 2 months, 2 years. Is this annually or monthly? Monthly. Okay, so should we start thinking about our demise? I think it might be time to start thinking about our demise. Unless this plague gets us, and then that's gonna suck. Where's the plague happening? Maybe we go visit the Persian plague. Looks like one of our enemies has passed. Most excellent. Excellent. They've passed. Okay, this guy's got so much gold, but could he have more gold? The answer is yes. I'm not gonna ask him to join the Holy Order because that's just insane. We can now do another dynastic legacy. Fewer complications during pregnancy. I wish we had graceful aging done, but whatever. Okay. Our father is old. He's 66 years young. It is time for him to maybe call it quits on this life. All right, how much more money until... Again, if I was the other son, I'd be like, why the fuck is Oods getting so much cash? It's bullshit. All right. I think that's enough cash for our boy. Let's reset our stuff. See if we'll get a heart attack and die. Fortunately for us, we're pretty healthy. Let's go and do this. And then we'll go down here. And then we'll go down the center one. And then we'll just stay alive long enough for our one character to pass. All right, we have 2 things happening. Looks like, sure. Great. Lots of points happening there. This guy leaves upon his death. Okay, that's fine. So there's Muslim faiths that we can go and say declare subjugation on and just force them to become our vassals. It's interesting. It's going to be another fun run. I thought you were going to start a new run from... But this is more interesting. Yeah, that's kind of why I started out as the Carlings, because there's always just enough family members rolling around that you can use them. But I probably should have started out as a random person. But all right, my dearest prince, where art thou? Because can you do that on this guy? No, because he's not. It's only the Muslim faiths. So if the AI wants to be really crazy, they can do that. So we could do something crazy if you somehow are able to get a Muslim. Like, that's an interesting thing. If you are, say, somehow able to convey gets a pretender from the Byzantines to your court, convert them to your faith. Well, we're hegemon, so it doesn't even matter. We can just get the empire. And they will become a vassal. I mean, that would be too powerful for our one character. We don't want to... The thing is, we're going to have to come back through and become in charge of this. So as it stands right now, that would be too much. I don't know if you can form Rome as a Islamic faith, to be honest. Like, you can get the Byzantines, obviously, to become a faith, but I don't think outside of that. Okay. So, how much do you have here? 26, 1.3. How many more years? 8. Is there anything else building-wise that's going to give us more dev? Or are we dev'd out? I think we might be dev'd out. Is there any... leisure? Taxes would be nice, but we don't have this yet. Let's look at our culture. We could reform it. What do we think we could add to our faith that would be nice? Probably... Sahara nomads, army movement over land while raiding, hostile county attrition, raiding, travel speed, supplies, development in oasis, fertility in oasis, light cavalry maintenance, all buildings cost in deserts, and note that. I don't know if that's the one we want, or we could do like, the gardener. Only the strong is not what I want, but warriors by merit is always good. Knights get to blade master, and all Bruce culture people prowess per level of fame. Maybe we do that one. Can we do another one when that's happening? No. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Aquitaine is technically... We can extract tribute from Aquitaine. Oh, interesting. Because we are Caliph, so we can go and demand... Or not, we are Hegemon, so we can demand tribute from people. People will come to us and give us tribute. Okay. Should we become an administrative government? 3,000 gold? Lose the trade zealous? Never. Does murdering people help us? No. Burning them at the stake does not. We need to become more stressed out. We're making 100 gold to time at a time. That's great. Send this little girl to university for 1,500 gold? No. All right, I need to step off this ride with this character. But maybe we first say what we did this hour. Conquered 2 more kingdoms. Became hegemon. Took over. Started gifting our son a ton of gold and artifacts. But yeah, we'll probably end for now the stream just because I don't really want to keep going, especially with how... Oh, I should have been fledgling. What am I doing? Why don't we go find one of our rivals to fight? We got plenty of them. Damn it. Rivals are too easily bested. What about this one? remaining 800 days till we get insured peace. Development increases by 250, which might actually secure our things. Says your European Muslims got Arabized names, or they stay with the European names. I think they switch. Who's this? This prince becomes my rebel? No, we don't need to start beefing with them. All right. Send him gifts. Send him gifts. Let's challenge him for a artifact, such as this one. Challenge my son for an artifact battle. Okay, I lose the boar or battle. That's fine. Unfortunately for us, that does not lead to us dying. If anything, it's better. Where are all the stressful events? Let's hold court. That might help us out real quick. Also, send this guy a pile of gold so he can stop being mad at us. Can we even hold court? Does our court even seem grander? That's the question. No, it doesn't seem that much grander. Oods wins that duel. Nice. Protected the shady characters. Can we get a stress event? Hunter, thank you for the follow. Let's go ahead and hold court. Sure. Stress. Some gold. Great. All right. More stress. Send a gift. 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 2,500 gold. 36 years old. He can become Way of the Nomad. My charger has died. Unfortunate. It's 3 more years or 2 more years until we can ensure peace, but I don't think that's going to happen at this rate because our character is very stressed. Maybe we go on a hunt and die, get gored by a boar. That's how we die. We get gored by a boar. Hunting time. Hunting time. It's time to go hunting so that we can get gored by a boar. Oh yeah, boar. Perfect timing. There's a boar that wants to gore us. Gore the boar. Gonna get gored by this boar because that's what I want to do for me. What are you singing, Kevin? It's just a song that I made up with my head. And then I'm gonna go make mac and cheese, and then we'll stream some other time in the future, the rest of this campaign. But thank you for everybody who's been watching it. I hope you've been enjoying it. Do we even, we didn't even do our thing. Well, that's fine. I don't care. Gore the boar. Gore the boar. Let's investigate it. Got some gold. Nice. Son, would you like some more gold? There you go. Maybe let's get him to 3,000 gold so when he becomes a nomad, life is much easier on him. Just loading him up on... This is the first time I've had this in idea. Just invite him to the activity too. Profit. Great. How strong is this guy? Very. Gain some stress. We might even die before we get there. Melancholy? That does bring us closer to our sudden demise. 68. We finally did it. We formed our Dar al-Islam, and now we're trying to get gored by a boar. We are the hegemon over here, baby. Bad and bougie. So that's interesting. Now we're just getting our one character set up so that they will have a good time when they inevitably take over as a 30-something-year-old with his life. Java temp, welcome in. Send him. As a 40-year-old, he's gonna have to leave home and go become the Khan of Khans, or at least begin the process of becoming a Khan of Khans. How would you have different clothes and crowns? What DLC is this? How have you different clothes? And I don't know. It's probably all of them. When you have PC, there's like 10 DLCs now, so it could be any number of them that's causing us to have that. Time to get gored by a boar. Gored by a boar. Gored by a board. Gored by a board. Let's get gored by this board. There was a boar here. That's why we came here. I've been tricked. There is no boar. It is antelope or hyena. 4. Chapter 4. %15 chance I die, or 33% chance somebody else gets seriously injured. Dearest Bruce, who art in the house, may you take flight and give us prayers for our 15% chance to die, and so that I can end the stream and go eat mac and cheese. Amen. Meow. We did not die. Darn. Are we even stressed a little bit? No. Console's very slow to catch up. I mean, yeah, the console version is about 2 years behind the PC version. If we're being honest, that's what's happening there. Can this be upgraded? No, the Grand Mosque cannot be upgraded. I never actually made this Grand Mosque. Probably should. Let's wait like 2 months. Okay. All right. Is this character close to dying? No, actually not even a little bit close to dying. Ensure peace. Great. That brings us up to 29. Which brings us within how long until we get our oath? 5 years? We'll probably have it done in 5 years. 1.5 a month. Extort subjects, sell trivial tiles. Maybe if we go fight another one of our people. As a hegemon, can you buy titles? Can we go and buy? No, okay. You can't buy a claimant on an empire. Unfortunate. Do we finally control all of our holy sites? We do. Okay. Great. Damn, we have so much money. I want to move this character on to this character next time. Let's give them 5,000 gold or something like that. How's their daughter becoming? Stewardship, fine. So next time around, we'll become able to be Khan of Khans, maybe within 2 generations. We'll see. Herbalist. What is the easiest way to get murdered nowadays? There's got to be something we can do. It's because we've not taken any negative traits. Unfortunately for us, we have yet to do that. Who's this guy? May you journey well. Okay. We could go visit Silk Road. Where is the Silk Road mechanics? The closest Silk Road to us is here. Plan a visit. Start the travel. We could maybe pass on the traveling. Is our son with us on this travel? No, he's not, thankfully. We can continue to send him gold. Okay. Almost done, chat. I swear. Maybe. Potentially. Who's to say? Character is wounded. He's finally in poor health, at least. The Byzantines have somehow stabilized. I think it helps that the Carpathians finally became Orthodox. So now they no longer have to deal with that. But when it comes to the lands in the up here, how is it going? Fine. We have at least 100 and some years before the Mongols begin to show their faces, which is good for us. But could wild wolf pelt from the Gujar? That'd be funny if India gets formed before we can get down there. Our hegemons are almost touching. They're almost kissing. It's a dangerous faction forming. Who is it? These dudes over here who have not been feudalized. Can we tell them to make their facilities nomadic? Almost there, chat. Almost there. 40 years old and still hasn't had another child. Send a gift. Send a gift. We are infirm. That's good. Can offer vassalization to this guy. It'll be interesting to see what happens to this realm once our character passes. Silk Road Waterworks, or we get money. I don't need the money. We gain access to Waterworks. Good. So, very close to death. Very high likely chance that this ends here soon. And then probably next week we'll pick back up this run because I want to take a break. I don't really want to continue to do this. Sure. And well provisioned. $6,000 gold. Is that enough for my... To the charming, you'll find my soldiers are welcome to your force. What? Interesting. So close. So close. How is the Empire faring, though? Unfortunately for us, the what are we called? The Caliph in waiting is, succession-wise, is not great. We have this 27-year-old who will take the throne. Maybe we go and marry him off to a genius. Hopefully the Empire doesn't immediately collapse once that happens. Right now, this guy takes a hold, but we'll see. 72, our son is 43. Why is he? It's because he's not feeling well. We are dying. Great. That means we will pass pretty soon here. If the Caliph falls immediately, that would be really sad, but I don't think it will. Is a hegemon an empire, or is it different? It's more like a collective of different kingdoms. It's different because, so a hegemon can have empires within it. So right now, I could give away this Arabian, Persian, and Maghreb empire because our top government is a Dar al-Islam. So they're just more powerful. They're just a bigger empire, essentially. All right. Maybe let's make it 7,000. Then our son will take off into the distance. All right, choose new destiny. We will start out as Ouds of Carling, but before we do that, let's say farewell to Caliph Sunfish of Dar al-Islam. Has abandoned his tarnished world and flown to heaven at 72 years old. He died of old age, a hallowed shell of a former self. He has long lost his wits by the time his final passing. Caliph Braxton ascends to the throne, blessed with an awesome knowledge of all things between heaven and earth. Braxton rules is sure to be legendary, but we don't want to give a shit about that. We're going to start out as Ouds, and we are going to continue as him with all of his money and might. His goal will be to, next time we play, move out here to the east somewhere, maybe, I don't know, wherever the choicest lands will be, and start trying to become a Mongol horde dude. Looks like the Bulgar Confederation over here is taking up a lot of lands. There's a lot of lands. It's pretty crowded over here, but maybe a young upstart man will have an opportunity to do that. What, is his wife not with him? Oh, pause. We can romance her. But yeah, that's for next time. Chat, for now, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so very much, everybody on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed this little jaunt. If you did, please subscribe to our channel. We've got links galore to our YouTube, our TikTok, our Patreon. If you want all those deets, go check them out. Let's go find somewhere to raid real quick. Let's see if anybody's playing games. Anybody I know is playing a game. Sprinkles is playing something. I was hoping Imp would still be playing, but it doesn't look like Imp is still playing. Will be live. My first video game. Learning GD script. Goodbye, niche internet micro celebrity. Thank you, Goober. Very much appreciate that very specific title. Let's drop in on our friend Will Be Live. He's making a video game, it seems like. He's an interesting guy. He's not CK3, I know, but still would be interesting to support another smaller creator. But yeah, that's all I got. I'll be probably live next Tuesday, if not sooner. We'll let you know. If you want to know when we're going live, join our Discord and all that. That's all I've got. You lovely sons of bitches. Have a good rest of your weekend. Ciao.